and then go to questions on Zoom.
All right,
so Andy, if you want to start, fire away one-on-one, and then we'll go from there.
Jeff, first of all, what do you think from Dennis today? What did you see from him?
his first start, I mean, I think that's what everybody needs to realize. It's different when you come in, right? But he's a starter now, and he's going to be. And I thought he did a good job of managing the game. He scored 28 points. So I think he did a nice job. I really do. And he's going to get better and better. But it's his first start of the year. And I'm proud of him. I think he did a nice job, really nice job.
Pat Carwell had 15 carries to start off, seemed like the bell cow today. You mentioned before you might ride with the hot hand. Is that kind of the feeling today?
Yeah, I think Pat did a good job. I think we set the tone and warm out a little bit in the first half. And then it was cool to see Sink come in with a ton of juice and kind of finish him off at the end of the game. But I thought, both backs played well. I thought the O-line played well. I mean, they brought a lot of guys up and were firing through gaps. But we wanted to end the game by running the football and finish them off. And they did. So really a nice team victory today.
I feel like the story today was the defense. Big bounce back after last week. What was the kind of message going into today?
Just going back to fundamentals and technique. We believe in our scheme, we believe in our staff, and we believe in the players. And that's what we got back to. Just being ourselves, not worrying about who we're playing, but fundamentals, technique, playing our scheme, playing for each other. And that's all we talked about. And just the way they bounced back after last week is really impressive. I mean, we almost had a second shutout. I think we had 4 3-and-outs in the first 5 possessions. I mean, that doesn't happen. I think congrats to the defense today. That was really impressive. It's one of the best defensive performances I've been around in a while.
Yeah, IGM and Chris Banks, homecoming for them. They both played lights out. What do you think of their performance?
I'll have to go back and watch it on tape, but IGM had a couple big stops. Chris played really hard. What I said to the team in there, the coolest part about our team is when we get transfers that come in, it's not, oh, this guy's here to take my job. Our team welcomes them in, and they want them to succeed, which is so different right now in college football. I think all of our guys are excited for them. I'm sure Pat Kraft's excited too. We welcomed him in as well, and they're happy in there right now, which is really cool to see. This was a good day.
How important was it to have Deion Jones back there too?
Huge. Deion kind of calms things down. I mean, playing a lot of young guys on defense, a lot of young guys, a lot of freshmen, 2 linebackers that weren't here last year. Deion's kind of the guy that can call stuff out, calm them down, make the communication. And what he's come back through and battled, I mean, he's one of the best.
I think we'll go to Zoom at this point.
Okay, Zoom.
All right, for those of you joining us on Zoom, as usual, please raise your digital hand. We'll get started with Rich.
Rich, you're on mute.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Coach, I saw positive plays in all 3 phases. Was this a team victory today?
Yeah, it was a team victory, which makes it so much fun, Rich. I thought the offense had their moments. Special teams was really solid. And like we said, defense was lights out. That's how we're going to have to win games. I thought the coaches coached really well, and our players did a nice job.
There's kind of a play that might get lost in the game, but Grant Carlson bombs a 59-yarder downfield. Usually that outruns the coverage. Elijah gets down there and dumps the guy for 5 yards. So you flip the field 64 yards from your own red zone.
Yeah, Rich, thanks for noticing. I thought Grant was huge today. We continued to flip the field. I think Elijah had 2 tackles, like 2 huge tackles on special teams. And the guy's playing a ton of snaps on defense. So to see him run down there and he laid out and wrapped and rolled, big play, huge. So thanks for pointing that out.
We'll go next to Trevor.
Hey, Jeff, just more about your 4th down defense. You guys had some huge stops there in the first half just to keep the momentum on your side. Just what do you see out of your team there?
They're resilient. That to me, those moments get me more excited than any others because they're hard and you're in your own territory. And it's hard to come up big there. Stop a team 4 times or for 4 downs inside the red zone multiple times. One big hit by IGM. Big time. Disciplined football today. We were a disciplined defense that just focused on our job and resilient. I mean, I can't wait to watch the tape.
Take our next question from Tom Lydon.
Hey, Coach. Good job. Thanks very much for the time here. What do you look forward to most over this next week? What do you take away from these first 3 games that are most encouraging to you, as obviously the competition factor is going to go up a notch here?
We're 3-0. Respect every opponent you play. Prepare every week like you're playing the best team in the ACC, and our guys did that. And I think, Tom, each week we got better in certain phases, We're going to watch the film, and I don't care whether we won tomorrow or not. We're going to watch it, and we're going to coach them really hard. And as long as we can keep improving, then we'll be happy. And I think we got better today. But being 3-0, we did what we needed to do. And I'm just really happy about that right now.
We got time for two more. We'll go back to Rich.
Just talk about that lateral play to Trey Flowers. It seems like you're using him in a lot of innovative ways right now so far.
You're asking about Zay?
Yeah, the play, the lateral pass that went 47 yards.
Yeah, for sure.
Innovative stuff with him.
I actually thought he was going to score on that. The one you're talking about on the sideline, we kind of tried to stop and cut back. I asked him if he was being a good teammate so someone else could score a touchdown. But I don't think that was the case, Rich. I just think when you have one of the better players in the ACC, you have to find ways to use them. And I give credit to Coach Signetti in finding different ways to use them, whether it's throw it downfield, pitch the ball to him like you saw today, or throw screen passes. You have to find a way to let him go. And if you watch today, I watched him a lot. He was wide open multiple times. Wide open. And some days we're going to get him the ball, and we'll have to find out other ways. So just a credit to him and to Frank.
And we'll finish with Trevor.
You guys had a ton of success running the ball in the first half and then in the fourth late in the game, but in the third quarter, a bit of a dry spell, obviously. Just what do you think wasn't working well? What do you think worked well early and then late?
Trevor, I don't think it's about anything not working well. I think it's when you watch the film, it's the tight end might have missed this block. The guard might have just been off there. The tackle might have just been off there. It's to run the ball. It's got to be all 11 guys got to execute. And they were walking down and firing guys through, and they had a ton of guys at the line of scrimmage. I'll be curious to watch the tape, but I think we ran the ball well, and I think we blocked well. And I'll take 28-3. Before I know you're done with questions now, but just a ton of respect for Temple. I said it all week. That's a good football team, and they're explosive on offense. 0 and 5. Those are two NFL players, and their left tackle, he's an NFL player. Their players play really hard on defense. They didn't quit. They tackle. They run to the ball, and I have a ton of respect for them. And I think they're going to win a lot of games this year. So ton of respect there. I appreciate you guys for all showing up, and I'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.